What's going on, everybody? This is episode 145 of Full Court Blitz podcast. I'm your boy Trez, with me today, J. Ferg.
Yep.
What's going on, Rome? How you been, man?
Been decent, besides everything that we talked about. Life is life.
Yeah, good old phrase. Yeah, life is life.
Yeah.
Can't go wrong with that.
About yourself?
Chilling, bro.
That's all we can do for
the work is slow, so the place I was at last summer, I'm back over there. So we'll see. I don't know how long I'm gonna be. I don't know if it's gonna be there how it was last time. Because last year I was there for 6 months. Like, it was split. It was like 3 and 3. I went there for from May to July. Went back to my old spot for August, basically. I went back to that other spot after Labor Day, and I was there from September, November. The reason why, and I had to go back only because I had to finish my hours so I can get my so I can graduate and shit. And then now I'm back there now, so we'll see how it goes. I don't know how long I'm gonna be there though, but they said that I'll probably be there until the yard is back up and running, with more boats and shit.
Okay.
And yeah, this place is just, like I said, just working on steel things, so building submarines and things like that. So
gotcha.
Can't go more in detail, but yeah.
I know.
Yeah, somebody got fired for taking a video of the shit and sending it to a different company.
Oh, that's stupid.
I'm like, dog.
To a different company is crazy.
Yeah, it was wild, bro. It was to the people that he used to work with, but still, I'm assuming he got caught because they got cameras, so they might have saw it, and I think he lied at first, and I was like, but he just got back. He had foot surgery or some shit. He just got back.
That's to another company? What was he trying to show off or something?
No, bro. I guess he was just showing what the hell they were doing. I guess, I don't know. But come on, bro, can't be doing that shit. Old head too.
How old?
He was in the 60s. I think he had maybe a couple more years till he was
retired.
Yeah. He had a couple. Yeah. Yep.
To another company is crazy.
Yeah,
man.
wild as fuck.
Damn.
Wild as fuck. But it's on him. You feel me?
Yeah.
Are you listening so far, man? Please subscribe, follow us on all our social media pages. Everything's gonna be in the link down below. Comment, whatever, how y'all want to do it. Definitely trying to we like to listen to our viewers. When it comes to more content, getting better or what the case may be. So definitely for sure do that for us. And then next week, y'all don't do that, man. We're gonna wait for a minute until y'all do that shit for us.
This is all you want to hear.
You know what I'm saying? We're just gonna be sitting here, just being on our phones, doing what we're doing until y'all hit that like button and also follow us. You know what I'm saying?
1 minute ASMR.
Yeah, for real. We got finals. We got NFL, coming up, basically in a month, you know what I'm saying? So sports, it's that time of year again, bro. We gonna potentially, they said a game 7 is gonna be June 22nd. If that's the case, I was going to be like, all right, well, take a break, but I don't think we necessarily will have to talk about that. But we'll see what happens. Maybe we'll record Monday or something like that, with the I don't know. We'll see what happens. Right. But I was definitely planning on taking a break. But we'll see what happens though. But we'll probably do it. I just want to give it some time and then finish up on our or at least start on our previews. And like I said, we're going to do the NFC East first, and then AFC West, that would be second. Okay. So we'll do it like that. I started, but I don't do one team. So I probably get to it this weekend. Wow, old girl is traveling, so that would be nice. Not really, but it's gonna be so I can catch up with some shit. Speaking of football, just real quick, man. What do you think of Madden? What do you think of Saquon Barkley on that Madden cover?
I love it.
Why?
Yeah. I'm a hater.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
He will not beat the curse.
I figured he was gonna say that. I figured he was gonna say that.
And the Offensive Player of the Year curse. Oh man. I can't wait. Just injuries. I don't wish it on you, but I do. I don't, but I do. I do, but I don't. You know, I don't want it to be everlasting. I just want it to be enough for this season. You know, just something to put you down for a whole season. You know, you get back better next season, but this one, I'm gonna take that seat, bro. I didn't do it; they did. This is where we're at with it. I love it. He had a great year. You just won a title, you know. I mean, a championship, Super Bowl. You ain't running it back. Let the next guy up get that. You know who I'm talking about. We know where I'm going. The one that you played against. You gave him the belt. We got something for you this year. You better hope he don't get injured against us. I'm talking cash shit. You better hope not. I might walk up in this bitch with a full commander's fit on. With the pants and some shoes to match. Oh, I'm talking cash shit. I'm gonna love it. Yep. That's probably my favorite cover of all time right there. That's gonna be my favorite one of all time. We just gotta see if it's gonna, you know, do what I think it's gonna do. Or what it's done in the past, you know. It's been a while, bro. This shit been going.
What?
Ain't nobody escaped that curse yet. It's been a long time.
Was it C-Mac last year, and the year before that, it was Josh Allen.
A whole bunch of
before that, who was before that?
Whole bunch of motherfuckers. Was it Lamar?
Was it Lamar? No, I think Lamar. No, I think Lamar was on the one when he won
his first MVP.
Yeah, it might have been Mahomes. I think Mahomes. I think it was Mahomes.
But yeah, a whole bunch of motherfuckers. Yes, I'm so glad this guy got it, man.
Oh damn, y'all don't play the Eagles till week 16. Man, can't fuck out with that. I hate that.
I know.
I hate that, man. I hate that.
Especially if we try to make a. Well, I mean, that by that point we gonna make a playoff push already.
I mean, but even still, they doing by potential though. Like that's not. Damn, they got y'all, Buffalo, and then y'all again. That's a crazy 3 weeks. They play y'all on a Saturday on the 20th, and then the 18th is going to be flexed because it could be. But like you said, like a potential. Yeah, they're doing that shit based off of what happened. I mean, it's not always gonna be like that.
Yeah.
Like, you know, I just don't like when they. I think they did it to us, bro. What? Maybe I don't think they did it to us. Maybe I know. Okay, no, they didn't do it to us. I remember when it was the last time we had the good chance to make it the playoffs. It was Matt's second year. We played Buffalo twice in 3 weeks. I'm like, dog, am I right? I think in that last game, man, we could have won, but you know his bum ass. Yeah, I don't like it. I don't like it, man. It's just I don't know. They gotta fix that. I understand if you want to give them the last 3 games just straight division games. All right, cool. But don't to a point where you play the team twice in 3 weeks, man. That's. I mean, for me, I think that's tiring, bro, or exhausting in my opinion. So I damn sure want to do that. That's just me though.
Yeah.
Like you might as well just go ahead and play them back to back for real. At that point. But I don't know. Like I said, they doing that shit based off of fucking potential.
Right.
And it's not even guaranteed that shit is gonna happen.
No, not for real.
I mean, I'm not saying that y'all ain't gonna make a playoff push, but like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
I get it.
It's
they kind of juicing it.
Yeah, and then next year, say it was like say this year the top spots will be between Cowboys and Giants. Right. I guarantee you next season it'll be Cowboys and Giants at the end of the year for they're playing twice in 3 weeks or some dumb shit like that.
Yeah.
Like it's just dumb, bro. Like you gonna do it right, but don't do it like that.
They jamming the last.
Yeah, yo, like it's ridiculous, bro. Hey, they gotta fix that shit. All right. We're gonna talk a little bit about the conference finals. Always the finals. Mm-hmm. We'll start with the Eastern Conference, man. Indiana Pacers. Thinking about the damn Colts. Jesus, I'm already waiting for football. Indiana Colts. Good Lord.
You gotta get it together, bro. Take a chill. Take a chill pill, yo.
The Pacers.
Yes.
Beat the Knicks in 6 games, 4-2. Game 6 they won 125 to 108. Led away by Siakam with 31 points, 10 for 18 for a field goal, went 3 for 5 and 3. His plus minus was a 25. Halliburton, 21, 6 and 13, shot 9 for 17. Then you had also contributes from Nembhard with 14. Mm-hmm. You had Miles Turner with 11. Neesmith with 10. Then off the bench, you had Obi Toppin with 18. Well, good 18 points off the bench. Then you had Thomas Bryant, he came in 13 minutes and scored 11 points, 3 for 4 for 3. So you had really good contention from your bench. They had scored. Was that 29? They scored 31 points off the bench. Actually, more than that. Looks like I ain't trying to do my math right now. I ain't really trying to do that right now. But they score over 30 points off the bench compared to the Knicks. They had 12, 14. It was like 20 points off the bench for the Knicks. Jalen Brunson had 19 points, went 8 for 18. Cat had 22 and 14. OG Anunoby had 24, and then Mikal Bridges was with 15 points. Look at this game.
Mm-hmm.
Knicks having 18 turnovers, which is weird. They out rebounded the Pacers 41-36. They went 9 for 32 from 3, so it was 28%. 17 for 26 from the free throw line. So obviously that's 9 missed free throws from them. Could have potentially can help them out.
Right.
And then you had the Pacers where it shot as a team that shot well over 54%, made 17 from 33 from 3. That's 51 and a half.
Mm-hmm.
16 for 19 from the free throw line. And also only had 13 turnovers. And then they fast break points is 25 to 10. And then from there. My predictions was perfect for this. I said Pacers in 6. I just knew that if there was going to be a game 6 in Indiana, I think it for sure was going to be a wrap. Now, that being said, this is the first game that was basically a blowout. That final score was a blowout. What's your thoughts on this series? And how did the Knicks lose this, and then how did Indiana win this?
Knicks lost defense. That's really what it came down to, in my opinion. Defense mixed with shot selection. When I was watching the Knicks, at times they kind of looked like high school in a way, cause you had Jalen Brunson, of course he's your ball handler, your star, but you had times where you were just coming out and jacking up shots, and that kind of reminds me of when you would watch high school highlights of Jalen Green, Josh Christopher. They just used to do what they want.
Dang, that name I'm winning.
I know, he was a dog. But yeah, it just reminded me of that at times. And then the shot selection was buns at times. And you got a team like the Pacers, of course, they gonna get out of there. You miss it. They not really the best rebounding team and really much, but they gonna get up out of there. You miss it. let's say you not on your defensive game plan to a T, they gonna get out of there getting fast break buckets. And obviously the Knicks just couldn't get right. They really were, I ain't gonna say lackadaisical. That would be kind of fucked up. I'm gonna just say off. Defensively off. They couldn't mesh. You had times where you had guys wide open in the paint. You had switches. You had Cat. He just could not guard to save his life. Mm-hmm. He had times where he would get blocks and, you know, hold it down the paint a little bit. But when it came to pick and rolls, they was killing him. Jalen Brunson getting scored on. And then it's just like trying to have the other three guys make up for those two started killing them, which made them have to try harder on offense. Then your offense, you got, it's not really, at times it wasn't team ball. It was more so forceful. So that messed them up. And Pacers play straight team ball, in my opinion. That's how I see it. So that's kind of what killed New York. But I can say they did have at least four I think it was 14-point scorers, points per game scorers for the series. I want to say I think it was 4. Of course, you got Jalen Brunson, Cat, Mikal Bridges, and Anunoby. Those are the 4. But yeah, other than that, the rest of it was going downhill very fast.
Yeah, man. For the Knicks, bro, I just think that and also we'll talk about this one a little bit right after this, but I just think it was just poor coaching decisions from Thibodeau, man. Honestly, not using the bench like he's supposed to, or really not investing in the bench, investing a bench, and then playing the starters like, you know, basically the whole damn game. I've never been a fan of that of any type. You know what I'm saying? Like in the playoffs, I get it. You want your best players out there, but this is not college basketball. You know what I'm saying? Like in college basketball, you can have the boys or you can have the players, because it goes for the men's and women's. You can have the players go out there and play a full men. They play 40. I think the girls. No, the girls play 42. It's 10-minute quarters. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So you know what I'm saying? Like they can do that because they're young. And basically, they may only have just 5 players or 6-7 players, just based off of what they, I guess, based off like who's activated and things like that. You know what I'm saying? But when it comes to the NBA, man, it's impossible. It's impossible, especially with you have an 82 game schedule, and then if you make a deep run, you're damn near you're gonna be playing almost 100 games. You know what I'm saying? So like you can't be doing that. And Thibodeau is just he did it during the regular season as well. Like he had his guys playing 40+ minutes, and it's just like now it kind of catch up with them. And you know later in the playoffs. I think, like I said, those two is a problem. Like you said, what Carlton Towns, you know, his liability on defense. And this is the same shit that happened when Thibodeau was the head coach for the Timberwolves. It was the same reason. It's just like Cat just doesn't is not paying attention on defense. He's like, how you a 7-footer and you don't know what's going on. You know what I'm saying? Like now, like and now you look at it, right? Like that's the reason why the Timberwolves went and got a Rudy Gobert, so they can kind of hide, Cat, had Cat, but it also still didn't work. Now you come over to, to the Knicks, and now it's basically all eyes on you because they're not looking at the start, Mitchell Robinson. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like they kind of want to go small ball. I mean, and they want to have, you know what I'm saying, Jalen, Mikal, Josh Hart, and OG, in the starting lineup. And then, but obviously they had to put Josh Hart back on the bench and start, Mitchell Robinson, I think, the last couple of games. And it was a hit or miss, but it's always just because of they were trying to hire Cat on the defensive side. Offensively, I mean, Cat was doing his thing, man. I mean, I think he shot less threes than he's supposed to. I think he at times, I think when he was able to drive in on Miles Turner or whoever he had on him, and he was in the post a little bit more. So I'd say offensively, I think he was fine. I still do want him to be down low a little bit more, invest in the post game, come off the pick and roll. And I mean, I don't mind him pick and pop.
Right.
But don't pick and pop from the 3-point line. Hit that midi like what Dirk and KG and Tim Duncan be doing. Like there's nothing wrong with hitting that 16-foot jumper. Jalen Brunson, I mean, like honestly, he's a hooper, bro. But he has to start holding the ball for the whole 20 seconds. It's just, bro, like you said, like it's a lot of times that I've seen in the playoffs just for them, like. Cat will be wide open and he doesn't give him the ball. And it's just not him. It's other players as well, but it's so happening to be fucking Cat. And he's wide open. He's like, I mean, we were here one day. Matter of fact, it might have been game 1, and he's like, ah, and then like they totally missed him. You know what I'm saying? So things like that, not being aware of your players and where they at on the court. I think honestly, true, they might have to invest in probably getting find an actual point guard. I don't know who it can be, but Jalen Brunson is not a point guard. He's really a combo guard, someone like a Kyrie. Yeah. That could just basically you know what I'm saying? Like he it's not wrong him being a point guard, but he's really a 2. I mean, he's just out there trying to get his buckets. I mean, the man almost averaging fucking 30 a game. Also another thing with the Knicks too, man. Y'all basically not basically. Y'all gave away five first-round picks to get Mikal Bridges, and he was really a no-show in this. Y'all really want to have the Villanova Knicks in here, and look what they got you. Yeah, you got to the conference finals. Yeah, you got back-to-back 50-plus win seasons, but look what you got you. You know what I'm saying? Maybe you got a step closer. Last year you lost in the second round. This year you lost in the conference finals. Does that mean next year that you go to the championship? Who knows? Obviously, we'll talk about Thibs getting fired, but whoever they find as a head coach, hopefully they trying to figure out what's going on. But I just think defensively, bro, they just couldn't catch up with. They couldn't keep up with the Pacers. Man, the Pacers was very, very well balanced. I'm talking about they shooting they shooting as a team over 50%. You got Siakam that's going off. You got Halliburton, is doing his thing with his double-doubles. And then on top of it, you got 7 guys that's going to be in double figures. I mean, that's nothing you can do that, bro. That's nothing really much you can do about that. And you're not locked in defensively, they're gonna run all over you. And then also, you can't have 7 guys in double figures. And we're talking about you're talking about 12 points, 14 points, at least. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I mean, the Knicks just got outmatched, outcoached. They couldn't keep up with the pace of the Pacers, man. Like I said, man, they just remind me of the 7 seconds or less Phoenix Suns. And these dudes might be faster than that. But I feel like with the Suns, they were probably a little bit more efficient because they were looking for good quality shots and not rely on the 3-point. We're talking about mid-range and going to the basket. Now guys want to shoot threes and not even look at hitting the 2-pointer. But I think for the Pacers, man, I think it was a little bit different. I think they were well balanced at all 3 levels of threes and mid-range and obviously getting to the rim and also the free throw line too as well. Like I said, they won in 6. I think honestly they was well deserved. They would. They won it outright, straight up. Now with the Pacers, bro, with the Eastern Conference Finals MVP, do you think Siakam was the right choice, or do you think they should give it to Halliburton?
To be honest, bro, this is like how I see it is like a Tatum Brown type of thing. How that happened with the finals. You got one that's kind of leading more statistically, but when you have to watch the game to more so know who really stood out consistently for the trophy, who should have deserved the award. It's one of those things right there. Like, he was just way more consistent, and he was like, I'm not gonna say, yeah, he was like a battery basically. He gave them what they needed. Halliburton was like, if he was more consistent throughout the whole series, then it would have been him, no lie, like locked. But Siakam just stayed locked in for the most part. I want to say besides maybe 1 to 2 games, but maybe one, probably just one.
Yeah, he had 3 30-point games. He had 31-point game in Game 6. He had a 30-point game in Game 4, and then he had the career high he had in Game 2 with 39.
Exactly.
He had 17 in Game 1. He had 17 in Game 3, and he had 15 in Game 5.
So yeah, I mean, like, with their stats, it's coming down to like just the consistency more than anything. And most people don't know Siakam shot 52.4% from the field that series, and 50% from the 3. That's a high clip. That's a very high clip. I think he shot 10 for 20 from 3-point line, I want to say, which for a power forward is really good. That's very good for a power forward. I think he's about 6'8", 6'9", so you're shooting at a high clip, very high clip against her. That's really like you got the guys that would be guarding him. They're really good defensively. So I mean, I'd take that any day. I'll take that any day. You got Halliburton. He's more of like a balanced statistically type of guy. He'll get you points, rebounds, assists. He get you steals, all of that. But it's like a up and down type of thing. It's not really consistent like that. Sometimes he shows up. Sometimes he doesn't. You ain't got to worry about Siakam. He gonna be there. That's just what it came down to. You had to watch the game.
Yeah, it's tough, man. Because, Halliburton averaged 21, 6, and 10. Shot 45% from the field, 32% from 3. Also, we know about that historic game, Game 4 he had when he had 32, 12, and 15. It's tough. And I was in Game 1. He had that 31 point. Had 31 points and also hit a shot of shots
with a choke.
Yeah, with his choke. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. I mean, it's tough, bro. I mean, in Game 5, he had 8 points. Like you said, it'd be times when he looks good and times when he looks bad. It's just like you said, man. It's just more of who had the more impact, who had more of the impact. I mean, I think they might have got it right, man. I mean, honestly, truly, I think we're looking at the moments and not actually the details of the game, man. And yeah, bro, I think they got it. I think this is one time they actually got it right, which shouldn't be really a controversy, but it's really not. But it's just people's like, oh man, like maybe he should have won it. You know what I'm saying? Because maybe it's because of what he did in Game 1. And then what he did in Game 4, and not looking at the whole entire series. They looking at just picking moments.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like you said with Siakam, I mean, the man was very consistent, somewhat very consistent, but he was more of an impact of what he was doing, because if Siakam don't do what he does, do they even win in 6? You know what I'm saying? Like, so. It's kind of based off of that too, But I definitely think they got it right for sure.
Yeah.
Now I'll go with the Knicks. Was it today or yesterday? I think it was yesterday. Right? Was it yesterday?
I think it was yesterday.
Yesterday we see that Thibs gets fired. Do you think that was the right decision for the Knicks to do that?
Hell no. Why would you fire? Obviously you have a reason. But why would you fire the one coach that got you to this point for the first time in God? Bro, this shit been a hot minute. These motherfuckers finally was about to set a riot off. and you make it to the conference finals, and you gonna fire that guy? You ain't even give him the off season with this squad. This really, he just got this squad for real the way he want them.
Mm-hmm.
You gonna fire him in the first fucking god damn, bruh. If it ain't more of a hot seat than that, like when you hired him, was it just like a, hey, bro, we giving you a certain amount of time. If you can't do in this amount of time, no matter how high in the playoffs you make it, your ass is grass. We championship or bust. I don't know why the fuck they thought it was championship or bust. I have no idea. Cause frankly, if you talking finals, brothers ain't even had them going to the finals. I'm trying, you keep from using the N-word. Brothers didn't even have them going to the finals for real. So why are they acting like they was supposed to be there? They was supposed to win. I mean, maybe
somebody started in the playoffs.
Yeah, like they supposed to win the finals. They supposed to go to the finals.
They won't fairs until they beat Boston.
Exactly, and even then, Tatum got hurt. They were winning now, but Tatum got hurt.
I mean, I don't think Boston was gonna win that game anyways, because they were already down 5 with like 3 minutes to go.
Regardless,
well, who knows?
But Knicks got a little bit too over themselves with this one, bro. Like, y'all ego just shot the hell up. And your ego only up there because of him. Well, of course, your players, but it's him. He leading the show. You gonna take the guy out that got you there. So, when your intern steps up, let's see what the fuck he do.
No, it won't be no intern. It'll be
Oh, Mike Malone. That's what they saying. They saying they gonna get Mike Malone. Let's see how quick he get this shit going. Of course he gonna do something good. Of course he's a good coach. Let's see if he gets you in that first year championship or bust. If he don't get you that fucking championship, y'all better have that same energy. Toss his ass out to the motherfucking grass.
No, I mean whoever their next coach is, they gotta. I'll let you finish up, but yeah, go.
Yeah, pretty much just toss him out to the grass if that's the point. If that's what we doing, you gonna get him one season. Mind you, it went the way it did. Yes, okay, fine. They fired him like as if they played the fucking Hawks or something. Like they played some team that's trash. That don't make no fucking sense, bro. That don't make no fucking sense. That is crazy. And another thing I didn't add. Of course, like you said, the minutes are crazy. But we also got to take into account the bench ain't that fucking good. They could have helped out a little more in terms of getting the guys in there. But at the time, he just had to work with what he had. Unfortunately, that meant playing guys a lot longer than, what most people would like. But damn. Y'all make a fucking move this offseason. Then you give him a warning this offseason if it's that fucking bad. Give the man a warning. Like, hey, bro, we don't fuck with that last way you lost at all, bro. We need you to do better this offseason. We're going to try to make some moves. We're going to get in the office. We're going to lock in. We're going to see what players we can get to help support your starting five. But other than that, what the fuck they going to do? They just said, you know what? Kick his ass to the curb. That's fucking crazy. That's crazy. For the Knicks, y'all just love to lose, bro. What the hell? That's so dumb. Y'all just love to lose. At this point, fuck it. Yo, go, bro. I'm done with these dummies. They fucking slow. Fucking New York, bro. That's why I don't want to go there. Dumb shit.
So I think he was there for 5 seasons. Year 1, they made it to they went 43. They were 41-31. It was the 4th seed, lost in the first round. His second year there, it was 37-45, missed the playoffs. 2022, they were 47-35. They were the 5th seed. They lost in the second round. In 2023-2024, which would be last year, they were 52-30. They were the 3rd seed, lost in the second round. And then this year, they were 54-28. They were 2nd seed and lost in the Eastern Conference Finals. I think it is. I think for them to go. I think for them to get off of Thibs this fast is definitely crazy. Now if it was me, if I was Leon Rose, I would. If it was me, I was like, all right, look. I understand what happened. We're getting closer and closer. The next step could have been the finals. I mean, you saw second round East Conference Finals. Potentially could have made it to this finals, and knowing that Now you gotta look at your surroundings. Potentially Giannis might not be there. Jason Tatum's gonna be out for the rest of the season. You have a better team. You're a better team than Orlando and you're a better team than Orlando and Detroit, right? Only team you have to worry about is Indiana because obviously they're in the finals. So really, you're literally going to the next season. You're going to be the second best team in the Eastern Conference, right? I would have sat down when I say, look, man, we got to do some changes. We got to have to do this. Got to do that. You got to change the coaching style. We got to invest in the bench, and we're gonna do anything we can to do that. But we're gonna give you another year to where we can fix this. And that's all I would have did. Now it goes in like, all right, who can they bring in? Do they go out and try to bring in like a star like KD or Giannis or do they go get smaller players to where they can invest in the bench? If it's me, I was just gonna invest in the bench. You know what I'm saying? I just think that like I said earlier that it was crazy that they gave away five first round picks for Mikal Bridges that wasn't even an all-star. You know what I'm saying? Like we like first round picks is like him. Like fucking KD or
Bron.
You know what I'm saying? Like that's not he's not on that level. So giving away 5 first round picks to the Brooklyn Nets that probably would have been satisfied with probably having 2, but you get them 5. Yeah, nah. And then also on top of you got a lot of things you gotta think of. Cat owe you some money. I think he's around like 50 mil. You know, I think Mikal Bridges is like around the 30s. I think Brunson's around the 30s. I think Josh Hart is like in like around 10 and whatever so far. So you got a lot of things you got a lot of things to think of, but I don't think that firing Thibs was the best route to go. I think the reason why they did that because obviously we got free agency coming out in a couple weeks. Obviously, you know what, you want to go ahead and get a head start and get a coach before then. So you can start the free agency, and we got the draft coming up. So you definitely want to get the head coach before the draft comes up. Mm-hmm. So I kind of get they pulled the trigger first. I don't think it was the right move for them to really fire him. I think it was just kind of nonsense. I mean, you know, he didn't really look at his surroundings and like think about, you know what I'm saying? Because like I said, Giannis may potentially might not even be there, and then he's not gonna have Dame for the full year. Same thing with Boston with Jason Tatum, and then they might be blowing everything up. They might blow up and get rid of Drew Holiday and maybe I think they definitely I don't think Jalen Brown. I think they're definitely gonna get rid of Kristaps Porzingis because he's been a no show while he was there. They might, and then I think they'll for sure gonna have to keep Jalen Brown and Derrick White, but you know what I'm saying. So they have to look at their surroundings, bro, and realize like they can go back and be in the same position next year. Whoever the coach is gonna be next season, he at least has to be in the conference finals. Like you said, if he loses the first round or second round, you gotta go. You backtracking. Now you're pointing fingers on like who is it? You know, is it Brunson? Is it Cat? No, who is it? Who, you know what I'm saying? So
realistic, I think the fingers we pointed at the higher ups like GM, owner, you know, those guys. That's who the fuck I'm looking at. Like, you fucking dumbass. Why?
I agree. But that's my sense on it, though. Like I said, I don't think that they should have got away from Thibs. It's not like he was a problem. I mean, like his coaching style, yes, maybe, but that's something you can talk to him about. Like, hey, look, bro, you played our guys too much and you know, for too long and whatever. And you also didn't use the bench when you needed to, and you just ride out your, you know, basically your six guys, you know. That's a conversation. That was a conversation. But Thibs gonna be back. He's gonna be a coach again. He might take a year off. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and then probably next year he'll see who else, what another team that's available.
You know. To be honest with you, I don't know what team that he would fit with his coaching style. I think this was the perfect squad for him. To me, I think that.
Yeah, I mean, he built. I mean, he built this shit. I mean, you know.
Yeah, bro. Like,
they
fucked.
This is what Nick Nurse first year with Philly. So I don't. So let me see. The Suns just got their coach. I don't know.
Those guys stepped up, right?
Who?
They stepped their assistant coach up, didn't they?
Who? The Suns?
The Nuggets.
Yeah, he's going. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's going to be there. Yeah. It'll probably be like a team like somebody like the Hornets or something like that, to where like, you know, a team that's young and struggling. He'll probably go there and do that. Maybe like Washington or some shit like that.
Well, nah, I was about to say Spurs, but they probably already got somebody.
Yeah, they already did. Yeah, they're I think it was like their assistant coach or something. Like something that was under
Pop.
So on the Pop.
Damn.
I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. If Becky Hammond didn't go to the Vegas, bro, I think she would have been nice with the Spurs, bro. If she comes back, if she ever want to coach the NBA, I think she'll be nice with the Spurs.
I think she would. She'll be crafty. They'll be very crafty. Only thing I would think, I mean, of course she gonna have help. I would be thinking defensively. Well, how would she handle that? Like,
shit, man, with Asia Wilson and Jewel Lloyd and Jackie Young, bro, man, I think that's no problem. I think that'd probably be a cake for her, bro. That's just me personally. I think that would be cake. I think she would definitely would have been cooking with that, especially with Wemby and Stephon Castle. And then they talking about they might be getting Giannis. Man,
you
bro.
talking about some Frenchmen. Tall, lanky motherfucker.
Well, he ain't French, but still, yeah. Giannis.
Who, Giannis?
Yeah, Giannis ain't French, bro.
Oh, shit, yeah.
He's Greek. Yeah.
Damn.
Or
tall, lanky European motherfucker.
Is it Greek or is he more?
He's Greek.
Yeah, but he might be considered more. Is it Nigerian maybe? Yeah, Nigerian Greek. So,
damn.
Yeah.
Well, he choose to play for Greece, so I'm gonna say Greek.
I mean, yeah. It's fine. Yeah. But yeah, man. Any final thoughts on that side of the Eastern Conference before we go on to the West side?
Yeah, Knicks fucking suck.
Damn. Yeah. I mean, it's really not much to be said with OKC and TWolves. I mean, they 1-5. I mean, they just basically just BTA'd them, bro. I mean, OKC was just too much. They were basically just you know what I'm saying. It was just too much for the Wolves, man. You know what I'm saying, and it's really nothing much to talk about the series other than what's next for the Wolves.
Yeah.
Honestly, I think going to the off season, and they have to invest in finding a point guard. I think it might be time for them to probably find another big man other than Rudy Gobert, to where he could be a two-way player. Because if by now Rudy Gobert can't find they can't find anything to do offensively, he's just a liability on offense. And it's crazy to say he's basically a liability on defense because he's just a fucking standing statue.
He's a fucking cone.
Mike Conley's up in age, so you have to find another point guard. You had 2 picks in the first round, so maybe you get somebody in the draft.
To be honest with you, bro, you can. I'm looking at some of them young guys they got though, like Rob. Well, they're not technically a point, but those guys are up, bro.
I think they jumped the gun with Rob Dillingham, bro. I don't know if he's gonna. I don't think he's what they need, honestly.
For that squad, maybe no, but I think they can coach him up to be what they need him to be. For example, him and what's the other bro name that was getting the buckets? The bucket from Illinois. Dude from Illinois. He'll come off the bench. Yes, Shannon. Play him more next season.
I'm pretty sure they will. I'm pretty sure that they'll. I'm pretty certain that they will with him. I mean, cause, I ain't saying they got a choice, but I mean, you're talking about they got the 6'6", a guard, Yeah, I think his minutes is definitely going up.
Yeah.
Because also with Nickeil Alexander is going to be a free agent, and Nas Reed is a free agent, and you're only going to bring back one of those two, and I'm pretty sure they'll probably bring back Nas Reed over Alexander. I think they'll probably cut Dante. You know what I'm saying? So, I just think so that I also like to say you still got Randall. Is Randall? I think they could put. I mean, it depends. I mean, they can probably trade. I'm hearing maybe KD might go to the Wolves. I want to like that. I want to like that for KD. Because you do that, and now you gotta get rid of Julius Randle. It wasn't wrong with Julius Randle in the playoffs. I think Julius Randle was very good in the playoffs.
He still does.
You know what I'm saying? I just think that also we're expecting Ant to improve his game. I just think that they just need they need a point guard, and I just think that maybe they probably just invest in the bench and find somebody else other than Rudy Gobert. I mean, looking at it, bro. I'm looking at this, bro. Nigga, and this is the thing that I understand what it comes with good college basketball players that don't get a chance to be good in the NBA. And I'm looking at Luka Garza, somebody guy that can stretch the floor out and can play both sides of the ball. And here it probably would have been a good thing to play. In the NBA, I would have used them. I mean, someone that can shoot the ball like dirt, and it can play, and it can also play the other side of the ball as well. I mean, I'd rather have him than Rudy. You know what I'm saying? Like, you have him, Rudy, and Nas Reed. You got three towers. That's basically what with the Lakers when they had Dwight, AD, and JaVale McGee. You have to use that size, and they couldn't use that size. Use the players. I'm telling you, bro, if I was a coach, man, and I had Luka Garza, man, boy.
Got some shit going.
I been cooking. Man. I mean, like they got to use the pieces that they have, and I don't know, bro. I just don't understand what comes to these coaches nowadays, but I don't understand. What's the point of you having players like that's very experienced, that's been in college for, I mean, I think Luka Garza probably he played at least 4 years, I think. Actually, how old is he?
He went to Iowa?
Yeah, Iowa. So he's 26. I remember him. He's 26, so he definitely at least played 3 years. At least 3 years in college. So use guys like that, some experience, like people like Dalton Connect that play, thing he played there for. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think those are the guys you want to look for that's experience, and they don't use guys like that. You know what you get.
Well, sometimes shit, you may not know it. You know. I mean, you may not,
but that's the whole point of letting them hoop, let them get in the rotation. You know what I'm saying? Let them do their thing, and I think things like that. That's where they missing out, because you're not playing the guys that I think they're supposed to be playing. Just my opinion. You have guys that especially like in today's NBA, the big man's out there shooting threes. You ain't go draft a guy that can shoot threes, but you're not fucking using them. But you want to rely on somebody that's a fraud on being an all-time great defensive player, and he's a liability on that. He can't give you shit on offense, and he definitely ain't giving you shit on defense.
Just some blocks. Sometimes he might get 1, 2.
Man, fuck off. I don't need laws. I need somebody that can stretch out and can knock it down a jumper, and then also can get and can catch laws. But you just stand there setting picks, and you just standing back. What's that doing for me? And then like if I have a lane, I'm giving you the ball, and you just holding the ball like this, and you passing it, and you setting the pick, and you either roll, or you get to catch the lob, or really I'm gonna just pull up and hit the jumper. You're a liability on offense, and then on the defensive side, you're getting cooked on by everybody. Shit, you got cooked by Ben Simmons. The man dropped 42 on you a few years ago. Every time Luka sees you, he just smiles because he knows it's just straight barbecue chicken. Any guard that sees you is gonna go by you.
They just see a straight practice cone.
You ain't nothing, bro. You just a standing statue, man.
It's crazy.
Yeah,
they know not to try Wemby like that.
Hell no.
That shit getting sent from the 3-point line. They know better, bruh. They really do. But hey, you live and you learn. Hopefully The league learns, yo. You spending a lot of money on a guy like that. You better get him in the fucking gym, do some layups.
And they sent 4 first-round picks for Rudy? Man, fuck out of here with that, bro.
Crazy as hell.
Fuck out of here with that, man. First-round picks for that dude, bro. That bum.
Oh my gosh.
All right. Let's go ahead and get into these finals previews, man. Before I ask you the question though, how you think the ratings is gonna be with this? It's teams that in the finals that have been in the finals for quite some time. Obviously, the OKC have been in the finals since 2012. 2012? No, 2011. 2012, and the Pacers haven't been in since I think in the 2000s. I can't remember what it was, but it was just the Lakers. How you think the ratings is gonna be on this?
I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. This is gonna be a pretty, I ain't gonna say even, no, but it's 2 balanced teams. When you really look at how they play, you got 2 balanced teams. One is just a fucking monster on defense, bro. One is just a pure monster. The other one is good at fast breaks. Like they're straight running and gunning. So I don't know. Well, of course I know, but it's like, it's tough to call right now for me. Of course I know who I think is going to win. Thunder. I think they're locked. But at the same time, I'm not going to sleep on them Pacers, bro. Because if you think about it like this, Chet, J-Dub, and Shea, they going to do their thing. You know they going to contribute. That's their 3. Only thing I'm worried about is Lou Dort and Hartenstein. They may get you 6 to 8 points per game. The other 3 in the starting lineup I just named, they can get you at least 14 or more. Then you got the bench. Ain't no telling how this gonna go. You know Caruso gonna do his thing. Everybody else after Caruso, it's hit or miss. With the Pacers, they balanced. They're fucking balanced. So I can't. It's hard to call based off of that. With them, of course, they're a great defensive team. They're gonna lock it. They're gonna play, straight up, full court defense. Not full court, but they're gonna lock it from 3-point line to 3-point line, from baseline to baseline. I just wanna. I'm ready for tomorrow, bro. I'm ready to watch the game. That was Thursday.
It's tonight.
Seriously?
Oh wait, is it tomorrow?
That's why it was Thursday.
Oh, it is. Oh, okay. It is. You're right. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm ready for tomorrow night.
Oh, but today's the 4th, right?
Yeah.
Oh, duh. I'm thinking about hockey. My fault.
Oh fuck.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm ready for the game to actually begin, bro.
I thought it was tonight for no bullshit. I ain't gonna lie to you.
The way the Pacers play, I want to see how that collides with OKC's defense. And I want to see it vice versa, because the Pacers know what to expect. You pretty much know you got 3 top heavy for the Thunder. And of course it's difficult for anybody to stop. I just want to see how that's gonna fare out. Are they gonna stop Siakam? And then that's gonna make Halliburton have to step up? Will Miles Turner have to step up? Rebound? I mean, it's interesting.
Might as well get in details down.
I want to see if Miles Turner's gonna step up, rebound. Of course, defensively, he's gonna get you some blocks. Siakam, okay, is he gonna have to hit the boards a little bit more? Are they gonna have to use more of a? Of course, they already do team defense. Or are they gonna have to use more of like a boxing one? I want to see how this is gonna go. You know, Shea gonna get you a 30 ball. Are they gonna be able to slow him down? They're good at getting turnovers. Both teams, really. Of course, Thunder is a little bit better than them at that. But I want to see how this is going to go. Thunder is a great half-court team. Will the Pacers be able to stop that? Hey. We're going to see. OKC is the better team at scoring in the paint. Is Miles Turner going to step up, get you some reliable stops? we're gonna see how this gonna work out. That's something I'm looking forward to seeing. That J-Dub gonna have another series like he did against the Timberwolves. Hey,
who you got winning in how many games?
I think Thunder in 6. That's what I'm calling right now. They could be less for real. That's if they stay locked in though. Mm-hmm. They got to have. See with them, they have to slow down Indiana.
Right.
But Indiana, from what I saw last series, they're great at scoring within the final seconds of the shot clock. I think that OKC's gonna shut all that shit down. Mm-hmm. I don't think it's gonna be much scoring with less than 7. You're not gonna do it consistently how you did against the Knicks, because Knicks of course had reliable defenders. OKC has no unreliable defenders. They all lock up. All of them. They all can play and switch. All of that. So, hey, Halliburton, you better be in the gym right now with Miles Turner. Tell him you gonna have to wall up on these screens, bro. I'ma need you. You better run like your life depend on like you a 7-foot wide receiver. Hit that damn basket. Shit. I need you to run a 4-3 straight to the rim. Even then, OKC might track that shit. They gonna bait him. This probably, bro. This is one of the best defensive teams I've seen in a minute. This is gonna be fun to watch.
Bro, I ain't gonna lie to you, man. I don't even know how. Let me see they play. Let me see this.
And another thing. Nothing I forgot.
No, go ahead.
Of course I said Halliburton. You got Siakam. Who gonna step up? Who else gonna step? Is it gonna be Nesmith? Is it gonna be Turner? Is it gonna be Nembhard? Or Obi Toppin? TJ McConnell? Or will we finally see what Benedict Mathurin gonna do? Will we get a sighting? Another one at least? He sparked off one game last series. Let's see. What are we gonna see? It's yet to be seen. I want to see how this is going to turn out. I think it's going to be a lot of turnovers. That's how I see it. Both teams are great at stealing the ball. OKC, they got a little bit more sticky fingers with them. They got great full team defense. Both teams do, but OKC is a little different. I think they're going to be a little bit more disruptive.
All right. So in the regular season, OKC swept them. It swept them 2-0. With Chet Holmgren, he didn't play neither again because he was out. But in that lineup they had Jesus Christ. Shut the fuck up. Medicine time. Anyways, so Chet didn't play. So didn't play that game. And that starting line, they had J-Dub, Hartenstein, SGA, Dort, and Carson Wallace. Mm-hmm. And then also for Indiana, they still had the same old guys with Halliburton, Nembhard, Turner, Nesmith, and Siakam. Mm-hmm. So I'm looking at matchup wise, right? So also your centers, you got Hartenstein, you got Bounce Turner, right? At the 4th spot, you got Siakam and Chet. At the 3. At the 3, it's gonna be Nesmith and Jada, right? Mm-hmm. 2, you got Dort and Nembhard, and then at the 1 you got SGA and you got Halliburton. So now I'm gonna talk about the front court with Chet and Hartenstein, and you got Miles Turner and Siakam. Now, I think that on the Pacers side, I think on the Pacers side there's no mismatch with that because defensively, Miles Turner's gonna probably have a. I need Miles Turner to I really need Miles Turner to really, bro, honestly, be an actual defensive a stopper and grab some rebounds. I don't need you grabbing. I don't need you having 3 rebounds, 4 rebounds. I need at least about 9 to 10, 11 rebounds. I need you to average a double-double. You got to have a double-double. I don't want you at the 3-point line at all. I need for you to go down there and get some offensive rebounds. Because, I mean, obviously, Siakam can get against your boards, but
yeah,
he's only 6'8". We're talking about Hartenstein, who's what 6?
Like 6'10".
I want to say Hartenstein's 7 feet tall.
Damn.
And we all know Chet's 7'1".
Yeah.
So you got 2 twin towers and obviously Miles Turner's 6'10", 6'11". I think he's probably 6'10", I ain't mistaken. 6'11", and then obviously Siakam is only 6'8". Yeah, bro, I need him to be down there averaging a double in the series for them. For the front court to really give a chance. Chet is gonna have a mismatch, and I know with Chet, probably gonna be at the 3-point line. But I need for him to be on that lower block and just basically just having a field day on Siakam, right? And on the other side for Siakam, you probably think, Chet is a lanky player. Siakam might be able to get by him. Nah, Chet's gonna hold his ground.
Mm-hmm.
Chet is gonna hold his ground. He's gonna guard that dude from the 3-point line all the way to the basket. And that's not a mismatch for Siakam. So Siakam's got to find a way to get his buckets.
Yep.
He's gonna have to find a way to get buckets. He's gonna have to find a way to be good in the series. Now I'm talking about in the backcourt, you got SGA and Halliburton. I mean, we all know SGA is gonna get his buckets, but he's not gonna get his buckets in the efficient way. He's just gonna get it and just get it how he's gonna get it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Halliburton may be able to contain him, but he has to stay. He cannot let SGA get to the free throw line, and he can't let him get 30, and he can't let him basically just have a field day. Right. And Halliburton on your end, dog. I'm sorry. Well, I'm sorry, but dude, you're gonna have to average 24 and 12. You gotta have a good series. You have to have a good series. You have to. And then it lives off with Dort and Nembhard. Then the next is Dort and Nembhard. 2 guards, right? I think Nembhard is probably be the unsung hero in this series. I think he's gonna have somebody that's gonna have to basically step up and just go for it. Dort haven't really had a good playoffs, and if he's able to really just if he's able to have a good series, and then I think no brainer that OKC is going to win this, right, easily, right. But I think with Nembhard, I think he's going to have to step up big time. I mean, like, he's going to knock down every wide open shot he got, be more aggressive. Neesmith, same thing with him. We're gonna need. I ain't gonna say we're gonna need what you did in game 1, but damn it, we're gonna need something. We're gonna need something. We're gonna need something for the series, and for you to catch hot and basically keep up with OKC. And then with J-Dub, we know what J-Dub's gonna give them. Obviously gonna knock down his shots. He's gonna be aggressive. Gonna go drive into the paint and do what he got to do. But then it comes down to the bench. Whose bench is really going to take over? Is it going to be OKC or is it going to be Indiana? And I think when it comes to bench wise, Indiana has the best bench because you got Obi Toppin, you got Macaron, and you got McConnell. You might be able to McConnell, and then they might. And now what Thomas Bryant just did in the last game? Hell, it looks like he might have potential got some minutes to play in the series.
Yeah.
Now I do think that the bench is probably gonna be better than OKC's for sure. Now it depends on what OKC bench can do as well. Can they keep up? What are you gonna get from Alex Caruso? We know we're gonna get him. We know what he's gonna give us on the defensive side and things that's not statistical. All right. What are we gonna get from the other Jerry Williams, Isaiah Joe? Carson Wallace. You know what I'm saying? Like, what are we gonna get from
Wiggins.
Aaron Wiggins? What if old dude play on? But what are we gonna do with that? And I think it's gonna come down to the bench, in my opinion. I think if OKC big three they go off and they average, I don't know, 90 points. I think that's their Indiana is cooked. But also with OKC, you can't allow seven guys in double figures. You can't allow that. You can't have Miles Turner with 14, Neesmith with 12, Obi Toppin with 12, Siakam between 20 to 24, Hartenstein with not Hartenstein, Halliburton with like I said, like 18 to 24, and he's gonna give you 12 assists. Then Nembhard's gonna give you 14, and then say Macaron gives you 10 to 12 points. You can't have those guys. You can't have 7 guys in double figures. Maybe 3. You got probably limit to 3. Got limit to 3, and then everybody else just basically just do their thing. But I think that's gonna probably be the toughest challenge for OKC is how can they manage the Indiana Pacers of not having multiple guys in double figures. And I think that's gonna come down. And I think it's really what's gonna come down for the side for OKC. I had OKC in 6. I think for Indiana, I think that what they had to do is they got to take one of these games. They got to take one of these road games. Yeah. They gotta. I think they have to take at least one of them, because if they don't take one of them, it's gonna be really hard for them to go for Indiana for game 3 and 4. Especially with these games is basically spread it out. It's every 3 days. 2 days rest game.
Right.
2 days rest game. 2 days rest game. So, and then also it's not like you're traveling far either. It's, you know what I'm saying. So that's gonna probably be a good thing as well. So I think you also got to look at that as well. But yeah, man, I got OKC in 6 in this, man. I think, but I'm not like I said, I'm not gonna count on Indiana. They're gonna put up a fight.
Yeah,
they're gonna put up a hell of a fight, and there's nothing against them. It's just, I just think that their big 3 it might be too much.
Right.
But then again, if Indiana can get 7 guys and can average double figures in this series, hell, it might be Indiana in 6. Who knows?
It could be.
Shit, it could be Indiana in 5. Who fucking knows? Cause if it's me, if you ask me who's the hottest between what team is hotter. Indiana is definitely the hottest team when it comes to between them and OKC. If it's my opinion. But yeah, I like OKC. I think OKC is gonna get this, and it's gonna be a very fun series.
It should be.
I would love to see this. I would love for this to go to Game 7.
You ain't lying.
We haven't had a Game 7 in the finals since the 2016 with Cavs and Warriors. Everything else has been either 5 or 6. I would love to see this. I would love to see this go 7. I would love for this to go 7. Anything else? Any final thoughts on the finals preview?
I think everybody's underrating this shit, bro. To me personally, what I'm saying is, bro, I ain't gonna watch this shit. I don't want to watch this shit. This shit gonna be lame. How? Do you watch basketball? Have you ever been to a game? If you've been to a game, you'll understand how this really could be like it won't be an old school matchup, but it's gonna have that feel because it's straight defense. You gonna have probably 110 to 100 or 110, 114, if not less than that. This gonna be old school basketball, bro. I'ma love this series. I'm gonna love this shit. You really gonna see who's the greater team when it comes to game plan, who's the better coach. That's the thing too. This gonna mean a lot for the coaches. If Pacers were to pull this off, bro, I do know but tip my hat to them dudes, man. I don't wear hats, but you get my point. I tip your hat. Tip it. I have to. Because they earned that shit. Like, you couldn't do nothing but respect it. Especially with the last season, how far they went. You gotta respect this squad. You have to. But OKC winning, they were just dominant all year. You just gotta give it up to the coach. This coach is battle for real. But we'll see. See how it's gonna go.
Damn. Yeah. I'm hoping. I really hope this. I I really do hope this goes. I really hope this. I really hope this helps out for the fans, for people that don't watch basketball as much, and then y'all can actually see how this is, especially with two small market teams.
Exactly.
And just seeing that basketball has come. The basketball is going in a different direction. It's no longer like we're gonna see like Boston and LA and you know, and it finds like it's going back to like it's going how it's supposed to be. And like, this is what else fans of basketball would like to see. And you know what I'm saying? So I like how it's different teams this year, and like I said, this is another year to where we won't have a different champion. You have a different champion. So
right.
I really like this, man. I really like this. Let's go ahead and switch to the NFL, man. Just on one topic for this, we have head coaches that's on the hot seat. It's not meaning really that they're gonna get fired, but it's basically just. I mean, on my list, it's potentially one guy's gonna be fired if he doesn't do well, but it's basically just keeping the eyes on these head coaches going to this season coming up. So I'm gonna let you go first.
I got 4. So I really took a little bit of time to think about it. First, well, I'm gonna just call them the Mikes and the Bryans. That's what we would call it, MNBs. Mike Tomlin, Steelers. Of course, he's consistent. Yes, you know, you don't have a losing season, but in a long time you haven't really had a winning season. If you get what I'm saying, a Super Bowl season. Of course, you had some more than others. You know, I gotta give you credit, but it's starting to get old. If I was a Steelers fan, of course, I'm not. But you get my point. If I was a Steelers fan, I'd be like, damn, another year. We just mediocre. We barely getting over 500. You get tired of that. You get very tired of that. And I think with them, how they're starting to tread, they just, bruh, you just, George Pickens gone. What you got to work with? This about to be a sorry season. Bro, this probably gonna be the year that he goes under 500. If he doesn't, I ain't gonna lie to you. That'll be some crazy shit.
It's possible.
It's some crazy shit. But this is probably the year that he's gonna go under 500. You partially can blame, you know, your roster ain't that fucking good. But it's still gonna count. This is gonna show what you're made of right here. He's been there a long time. The league is just kind of changing on him, bro. I think that's what's happening. He's just not adapting as well. So I think this is about his time clock is hitting. It's hitting this season. Mike McDaniels. When it comes to him, of course he deals with injuries, but you can't get over the fucking hump either. You've been there 3 seasons, going into 4th, I want to say. It's looking like this year ain't gonna be it either. So you might just need a new guy to spark the rest of the shit going forward. This season, I need him to make playoffs. At least playoffs. If you don't, you fucking gone. Regardless of whatever happens, we just need a spark. Next, we're going to the Bryans. Brian Daboll. It's not looking good. Even though you ain't had that much time there. For me, 3 wins is crazy. 3 wins is crazy. Going into this season, I don't even know how you gonna fare up, bro. I don't think anybody pretty much knows how this shit gonna work out. I'm pretty sure you gonna get you should get 5 wins with the quarterbacks you got. Should. But the way this has been going, you got Malik Neighbors, you got whoever the fuck else is your receivers. Honestly, your guys are pretty decent. Let's say that. Hyatt is still there, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, you got a couple pieces. It's not looking good though. This is really gonna test his coaching skills this year too, because he's got to manage these veterans and all the young guys he's got as receivers. He got to manage that defense. I think that's gonna be the highlight of the team right there. The defense again. We're gonna see how that's gonna work out with this offense though, because I don't see them being that great. They're gonna be a little bit better than last season, but it's You might need a step stool for this shit every year. I don't see it being that good. Then the other Brian, Callahan. I ain't gonna say it's hot. I'm not, cause it's still kind of, you know, he ain't as tenured as like a Mike Tomlin or, you know, a McDaniel, I would want to say. But this shit ain't looking good either, bro. If he makes a full 360, I ain't gonna say 3, I'm saying 180. If he makes a 180, and then let's say he at least gets 7 wins, 7, 8 wins, I'll say he's safe. You got Cam, bro. It's time to turn it up. You still got Calvin Ridley. You got other pieces as well. Your defense is starting to stack up. I think this should be a year you get 7 wins. Maybe. I'm going to say he should get 7 for his job security going forward. Because if you don't, it's going to look a little bit dark and gloomy out there in Tennessee, man. He's got to step it up. He has to. But that's it for my list.
Alright. For me, I have Mike McDaniels as well. Year 1, he went 9-8 in his first year. They lost to the Bills in the wild card game. That was their first playoff appearance since 2016. Year 2, they went 11-6. We all know what happened that year. They dropped 70 points on the Broncos. There was a very explosive team with that year. I was, you know, threw over for 4,600 yards, 29 touchdowns, and 14 interceptions. That's when they had that running attack with Mostert and Ancient. Mostert had 1,012 yards and 18 touchdowns, and Ancient had 800 yards and 8 touchdowns. Tyreek Hill had 119 catches for 1,799 yards and 13 touchdowns. Mm-hmm. And Jalen Waddle, which he got paid after the season, had 72 catches for 1,014 yards and 4 touchdowns. They went 1-4 against playoff teams that year, and they got swept by Bills in Kansas City. And then they ended up losing against Kansas City in a wild card game, which that was that game that was really, really cold. That Tua just looked like he was just they lost 26-7. Then last year they went 8-9, missed the playoffs, got hit with a lot of injuries. Definitely with Tua not being there. And you know, also he missed 6 games due to the head injury. The offense definitely struggled without him. But it doesn't give any excuse for you not finding a quarterback to basically the pickup basically the pickup basically do their job, and not having a good replacement for Tua. I think it's the year that I'll go in more detail with this. I think Miami is a team that's really has been under the radar, and it's a good thing for them, because not a lot of people is really paying attention to them, and they can possibly surprise people and actually make a run. You said that they have to make the playoffs. I don't think they have to make the playoffs. I think they have to make a deep run in the playoffs. They have to make it to a championship game or something. They have to do something, because making the playoffs is not good enough. You got to win the division title. You have to make an impression to where, like, all right, well, there's something there, and it's something that we can build off of. Because making the playoffs is not good enough. Especially with you potentially paying a quarterback top 10 and probably top 10 in the league, and whatever. You got one of the best receivers in Tyreek Hill, and really got one of the fastest receivers and duos in the league. So, but yeah, I don't think making the playoffs is good enough. I think you have to make a deep run. Another guy I got is Brian Daboll, which I thought that he was gonna get fired this year, but obviously they kept him in the GM. Year 1, he went 9-7-1 in his first year as head coach for the Giants. They went to the playoffs that year. They ended up beating the Vikings in the first round. And then the second round, they ended up losing against the Eagles 38-7. that same year, Daniel Jones got himself a payday. He signed a 4-year, $160 million contract, $40 million a year. Basically for him doing absolutely fucking nothing. Then next year, in year 2, they went 6-11. That's the year that they allowed 85 sacks. That was the second most in NFL history. And then last year, in year 3 on the day ball, they went 3-14. No Jones, it was out. Right? Yeah. They had a 10-game losing streak during this stretch as well.
Trash.
And then also that going to last season, the GM showing him he let Saquon Barkley basically walk in free agency and go to the Eagles, and we all know what happened after that. I do think that at least for him to Brian Daboll to keep his job, he has to at least win maybe 7 to 8 games. This show potentially like, all right, there's something there. You go and get you end up going and get Jackson Dart and Abdul Carter. Also we're not expecting Jackson Dart to start this season.
Mm-hmm.
But if he does, then I think he's in well company with two good vets that knows the game, and with Russell and Jameis Winston. On the defensive side, I think defensively they're gonna be really good. You got Brian Burns, like I said, Abdul Carter, Thibodeau, Dexter Lawrence. I think that's really, really good pieces on the defensive side.
Mm-hmm.
So they gonna, I think on that side of the ball there should be no problems. But for the entire team itself, I think they have to at least win 7 to 8 games for Brian Daboll to keep his job. I would say, because there's promise in that. Another guy I'm gonna add in this is Shane Steichen, the coach, the Indianapolis head coach. First year he went 9-8. That's the year that they lost against that's the game. I think that game before the game before last they lost against the Jags, and I think they ended up losing that game. I want to say that's when Minchie was a starter quarterback that year. Mm-hmm. Before they went and got that's the because Anthony Richardson was out that year. Mm-hmm. Crazy enough, last year they went 8-9.
I know, right?
Right. Somehow, some way they went 8-9 last year. I just think that if he doesn't figure out this quarterback situation out, I don't think that he's going to be back the next year. And then basically you're going to look for another quarterback, even though you signed Daniel Jones for a 2-year contract. But you're going to find another quarterback after Daniel Jones or Anthony Richardson, and then also you're going to have to find another head coach. But who knows? I'm hearing that Anthony Richardson is not looking good in OTAs. He's struggling, so that's not good. And then you also got minicamp coming up, and then also got training camp coming up in mid-July. So, So it's not looking good. Like I said, my hot take I had early in the year that Daniel Jones is gonna be the week 1 starter. I believe that. I mean, if he ain't gonna be week 1, then it's definitely gonna be week 4.
It's gonna be quick.
It's gonna be quick. I'm gonna give it a month. I'm gonna give it a month. I'm gonna give it a month because they saw. They had an opportunity to get a quarterback that year. I mean, and they took the gun and they thought and maybe they can work on it. And I just don't. He just didn't play a lot of games for me to be like, all right, well, he's the guy. That's just me personally. I don't think he was a guy. I mean, the guy only started 12 games in college, and that was his first year. So he definitely needed more. Another guy I have is Kyle Shanahan. Going to year 9, which is crazy, as head coach. Missed the playoffs 4 times. Made 2 Super Bowl appearances, 2 losses, both to Kansas City. He's 2-4 in NFC Championship games. In 2020, 2024, he got hit with injuries, very significant injuries. One year they went 6-10, the other year they went 6-11. I think it's time for us to look at Kyle Shanahan a little bit different. Start giving him start getting him that eye. But all right, man. Like when are you gonna start turning things around? Mm-hmm. I mean you draft well. I mean, you know what I'm saying, and you end up turning Brock Purdy, the last pick of the draft, into basically he's a $53 million quarterback now. You know, you got C-Mac. Hopefully, you know he's going to this season very healthy, and I'm not saying he can go back like he did in the 2023-2024 season, but at least he can show that, all right, well, you know, the team is back, and you know, Brandon Ayuk was out last year due to an ACL injury. Then you extended Kittle and Fred Warner. He drafted really well. So hopefully they can get this shit together and get back into being a top tier team. But
tell you.
I think it's time for the Niners to kind of look at Kyle Shanahan like, all right, man, like when are you going to like step this up? Because we just seen Philly beat we just seen Philly play the Kansas City twice, and honestly, the first time they could have you could have said, like, you know, they could have beat the Eagles the first time, and I mean they could have beat the Kansas City in Super Bowl the first time, but honestly they got that get back this last season, and they end up capping off with the Super Bowl. So yeah, man. I mean those are the teams, those are the coaches I'm looking at as the coach that's on the hot seat. I do agree with Mike Tomlin as well. I think this might be the first time that he might not go over 500. Because you don't know, you have a quarterback situation and then also a receiver situation, also because George Pickens is not there. So it's definitely look out for him as well, and then just go from there. Other than that, man. You have any final thoughts before we sign off, man?
Knicks suck. I think that's pretty much it. And OKC in 6.
Yeah, it's kind of tough on Knicks fans for sure.
Shit. That's they fucking fault.
Yeah, man.
Y'all can't be doing all that extra shit just because y'all win some fucking playoff series, man.
Yeah, they acting worse than the damn fucking Cowboys.
That's what I'm saying.
Them fan bases be crazy, bro.
Both of them too. They ain't gonna win shit for a little while, man. It's unfortunate.
I might put my money on. I put my money on the Knicks, but I don't expect the Cowboys to win championship for another 100 years.
God dang. That is crazy work. But yeah, that's it for me. That's it for me.
Like I said at the beginning of the show, man. Y'all listen this far, man. Please like, subscribe. Follow our social media pages. All the links could be down below. Comment please for us, and help the podcast out, man. Help the podcast out.
Please do share.
Yeah, man. NFL season coming up, so I'm excited for that. Getting ready for these previews. So I'm excited, man. I'm excited. Other than that, man, anything else you want to say?
That's it. I'm just ready to see some football, man, and for this NBA draft.
Yeah, and watch some more WNBA.
Yeah,
you know. But that being said, man, I'm your boy Trez.
J. Ferg.
And it's the end of episode 145.